Hi guys, look what Sirui sent over. This is a 60 watt COB light, the old chip on board light, the C60B they are calling it, and it is small and it is genius. We should talk about it. So this thing is so good, I don't even know where to start with it. So I'll just put the Bowens mount reflector on because it takes a full-size Bowens mount, even though it's tiny. A lot of times with tiny lights like this, you need an adapter for the Bowens mount. This takes full-size Bowens. Point number one. Now it looks a little bit more like a studio light now that it's dressed up a little bit. Point two, size. That should be obvious, but this is 700 grams. It weighs basically nothing. Let me show you another 60 watt light that I have. This is my Godox UL60. It is one of my studio lights, and I do love it very much. But if you were to compare size only, my goodness. But that's the thing about this light, versatility. You could use this in a studio environment if you want, and we will do that in a minute here. But this is such a great field light. This is exactly what I was looking for when I'm doing interviews on location. I wanted a nice COB light that I could take, and it wouldn't be a huge problem. It would be a little tiny compact light. I actually didn't expect something to be this small, but I'm so glad it's here. Oh, but there's more. Remember when I called this light genius? Look at this. This is a plate that takes Sony NP-F batteries. And maybe you've seen that before on some lights where you can put a Sony NP-F plate, you stick the two lights on and you attach it through a cord to the light. Not this guy. This is full wireless. It just goes straight into the light. Let me show you. So you click it in, clicked in. Now we put in the batteries. Look at this, battery powered, mobile, no cords. Look at that. Light is on. And it's quiet. Oh wait, that's my next point. Now Siri says this is about 20 decibels, and I can believe that because the fan is whisper quiet. You can hear the fan. It is on all the time, but it is very low, little, just pleasing hum that there's no way your microphone would pick it up. Previously, my on-location COB light was this little Weelight Ninja 200 here, and I still can use that, especially if I'm not recording sound. But if I am recording sound, this thing has to be far away from the microphone because the fan is quite loud. It was a sacrifice I had to make to take around a little tiny light like this. This can also have an adapter to take NP-F batteries, but it does have a cord, and as you can see, it is bigger, but more importantly, it is much louder. I'll just do a sound test. I'll hold both fans right up to the microphone, and you can hear them now. Like when Siri contacted me and then they said, we have this very small light and it's extremely quiet, I said, you had me at... And they said, what? And then we both laughed. And when it comes to the power, you get about 2300 lux bare bulb at 1 meter with the Bi-Color light. They do sell an even cheaper regular daylight balanced light, and that one does 3000 lux at 1 meter. Now for me, that is going to be plenty. I will use a little softbox and put some nice soft light on my subject's face, and this 2300 is gonna do me just fine in every interview that I would do. Now, in terms of mounting the light on a light stand, it comes with this cool little handle here, and you just screw that into the 1/4 inch thread on the bottom, and then you have a portable little light that you can take around with a grip. You can adjust it back and forth with this little plastic handle here. It would be nice if that was metal, but you can't have the world, can you? So it's a nice sturdy handle, though it does tighten quite well. And for the soft boxes that you would be using for this guy, I think that this will hold just fine. You can go right into a light stand right from here and tighten that up. Now, personally, I am probably going to also buy a little connector for my light stands. Something like that, so that if I don't want to use the handle, I could just stick one of these things on there and put that on my light stand and have a more traditional looking thing instead of having the grip. Oh, and speaking of soft boxes, I do have one here from Sirui, which is you can buy as a combo pack that comes with the light, which is a really well-made, quick to assemble softbox. It's one of those, quick release softboxes, and it actually comes with a little bag. I'll show that in a second. And check this out here. This little softbox here and this handle, you can take it around, walk around. You can put it on a light stand if you want, or maybe you got like an assistant DP or something. You're like, hey buddy, just to carry that around all day. Even though there's a light stand over there and we can put it down, I don't care. Take it around. There are times, you're doing your swimsuit models. You guys, you like to film your swimsuit models, and you can just follow them around, with the light. Also, you can get nice and close to him or her or they, and nobody's going to think you're a creep. They're going to think you're the lighting guy, which you are. And it comes this really cute little carrying case, which is plenty big for the light itself. It's meant to fit the hyper reflector and the light, but since I'm probably not going to take the hyper reflector around, I would probably just put the light in here with my camera, because it has little dividers inside, which are full of my cat hair. How does she get into all of my things? But that's a nice padded case, and also, if you do get the softbox from Sirui, you can collapse it down into this little bag. So now you have this, and your lighting setup is complete. Also, like I said, I'd have my camera in here. So my camera and my light. Well, what about the light stand, you say? Well, what's very cool is on the case, it has these little straps where you can hold your light stand, and it does come with a light stand if you buy the softbox light stand package. But here is the one question I have for Sirui about this unit. The light, I am absolutely in love with. I also really, really like the softbox and the way it collapses. The light stand confuses me. Oh, good God, this is the light stand. It is easily the most heavy-duty light stand that I have. My right over here, my big softbox and my UL150 from Godox, which is a really big light, that is on a light stand that is half as heavy-duty as this guy. It is just huge. I even checked the package to make sure they had sent me the right ones. Now that may be a benefit for you. Maybe you want to hang very heavy things off your light stand, or maybe you use your light stand to do a few chin-ups while you're waiting for the actors to get their makeup on. But for me, I wouldn't take this stand because it defeats the purpose to me of the little tiny portable light. So I would take one of my less heavy-duty light stands, certainly still a light stand, but one that's not quite as huge as this. So if you want a very big, heavy light stand that will definitely get the job done, then you are covered. But for me, I'm going to take a lighter one when I go on location. Now I'll just show you how to use it here. It's just two buttons, right? The dim over here and the Bi-Color here. From warm to cool light, so it goes from 2800 to 7000, and then this is just the dimming switch. And then there is also, let me just turn this dimming switch down to 1, and if you hold in this button, you enable the Bluetooth, and there is an app. Now unfortunately, I could not get the app to work for me. Maybe you will have better success than I did, or maybe the app needs an update. But the fact is, I would never use the app for this thing anyway. It's just got two knobs. I like to control my lights from that, and it has some effects as well, what you might expect: candles, flames, fireworks, things like that. I will list the effects on the screen now. You can also see the DC in. It does come with a power cord. Of course, the NPF batteries, I should mention, you have to purchase those separately. So I'm sure most of you have some lying around like myself. So I thought that this wireless plate, welcome bonus, loved it. Anyway, let's check out the actual light itself. I will put him up where my key light is. Here we go. And there you go, the Canon R5C is reading 5600 Kelvin, which is exactly what it was reading when I white balanced my other key light from Godox, my UL150. This light is only at about 40% power, and I am using C-Log 3 at f2.8 here on the Canon R5C, which, by the way, if it's lost focus or it's done anything, please let me know in the comments. I am testing this out. It's on loan from Camera Canada. If you're Canadian, go shop at Camera Canada. They support the YouTubers. They are just a fantastic Canadian camera store that look out for the little guy like me. Anyway, this is the light quality you're gonna get here, and I am just so pleased. I'm pleased as punch that I have something that I can take around that is this size, that is this quiet, and is this effective, and to be able to put those NPF batteries on, no wires, Now, once again, I would probably use something like this, a little baby pin here, or something that on my light stand with the actual C60B, because that long plastic handle, while great for mobility and actually hand holding, I would prefer on a light stand something a little more sturdy and metally. Oh, and if you are watching this when I am launching the video, and you should always be doing that, hit the bell for the notifications. On August 23rd, 2022, they actually have a 20% off sale at Sirui, which is absolutely fantastic. Check the link below for the coupon code, and I don't know if that sale will still be going when you click on this link if you're watching this a few days later, but my goodness, I think this light is a strong buy. This one or the C60, which is the regular daylight balanced one, which is a more powerful light, which is a little bit cheaper as well. So these two lights, absolutely no-brainers. So do yourself a favor, use that coupon code and pick yourself up some nice travel portable lights. Oh my goodness, thanks Sirui for sending this out, first of all, for even telling me about it. I didn't know that we all know Sirui sells those great anamorphic lenses and cinema lenses and some great tripods, but I did not know that they were in the old COB game. I just didn't know, and when they told me, I said, yeah, give me that. I will test that out in a heartbeat, and boy, it did not disappoint. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.